Akademiks addresses Drake unfollowing Joe Budden and sends more shots at Rory and Mal.
Joe has basked in the idea of Drake losing, right? Joe has, again, and I wonder how Drake really thinks about this, because I think Drake was already annoyed at Joe for kind of putting out this narrative that he was into young girls, or his content singing about young girls was weird. And it feels like Drake is kind of realizing, like, you didn't really have any real relationship with these guys. They've all turned their back on you.
That's right. On a recent live stream, Akademiks broke down how Drake and Joe Budden, they're still going through their thing. They've been going through a thing for it's wild. 12 years they've been beefing. And he essentially admitted that Joe Budden was, being targeted by Drake because, Drake feels that Joe Budden was the one who laid the groundwork for the PDF file angle that Kendrick Lamar would use to bury Drake during the battle of public perception. And, of course, Akademiks takes more shots at Rory and Mal, but actually, it's interesting. It seems like he's acknowledging that they're a bit more successful than he ever would have thought. I mean, he was playing a clip from their show, which indicates relevancy, and also broke down their theory about Drake versus J. Cole possibly happening in the future.
Cole chose a side, and no one's talking about it. After the beef, even after Drake had said, I don't give a how Cole feels, and went after Kendrick, we have seen Cole collaborate with two people that one could deem be ops of Drake specifically.
So let's get into what else he said. He broke down how, Joe Budden and Drake are at odds, but also how Drake unfollowed LeBron, Playboi Carti, Kendrick Lamar, and how the next phase of this Cold War of Kendrick Lamar versus Drake is unfolding. But a lot remains to be seen. I do think that Drake will start to pivot towards using his resources to bury as many people as he can. And he has the plot twist. He's dropping things, and it's likely that Drake is going to drop an album soon. I would think possibly before the end of the year, something like that. He usually drops before the end of the year. Some fourth quarter type project is on the way. Plot twist is likely a way for him to advertise it without being attached to his brand that has been tied in with this whole battle. So only time will tell. But I also wanted to get into the whole Akademiks versus Rory and Mal thing. Isn't it surprising to see Akademiks actually play and react to a Rory and Mal clip? Who would have seen that coming? Who would have seen that happening? I quite honestly am shocked, because it just looked like he would never give them any shine. And I think this is a big deal for Rory and Mal, because if your biggest op, well, at least in media, I don't know if these guys really hate each other that much, is forced to play your content, then that means you're doing something right. And I think it was quite riveting when Rory was breaking down how Drake and J. Cole are actually probably going to beef. And why it was riveting is that, I mean, it's obvious that Drake and J. Cole aren't getting along, but the way Rory was dropping the info, like it was some secret information that nobody saw. Oh man, you gotta love when a podcaster does that. When a podcaster pretends like, oh my God, I have this secret information, guys. Word on the curb. Joe Budden, Drake. Oh, also Drake versus J. Cole is happening. It's going down, y'all. And that's what Rory did. It was a sign of good podcasting. Sometimes you got to do stuff like that. And it's just interesting, man. I'm literally recording this and somebody's blasting Drake as I'm recording this. That's just odd, considering that people said Drake was finished. He was over. It was a new day and age. But let me know what you think about Drake unfollowing Joe Budden, Drake unfollowing LeBron James, Drake unfollowing Playboi Carti, Drake unfollowing a lot of folks. And Could it be he don't want to see him on the algorithm? He about to drop an album. He don't want to see any of these boys on his joint. We'll see, y'all. Anyway, follow me on Instagram, The Stop TV. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.